My in-laws destroyed my reputation and my wife protected them.
The law is not on your side here.
My 27 male marriage is in a really bad spot after a deep breach of trust. I don't know how to recover or how to trust my wife, 30 female again. We've been together 7 years, married for 5 with a 2-year-old son. We met at a convention where I was blown away by her cosplay. That's nice.
Aww.
I struck up a conversation and the rest is history. She's the most loving, unselfish, and decent person I've ever met. Or at least I thought she was. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Draft Cassette, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, I'm Sophia.
I'm Matt.
And I am Riley, and this is Matt. He's a good friend of ours.
Howdy.
And OP says, our relationship was never without challenges, but our biggest obstacle was always her family. My presence was unwelcome from day one. They're incredibly close-knit, operating like a pack, where if one member doesn't accept you, you're shut out entirely. Yikes. There are a few family members who broke away from this toxic dynamic, but they're treated as black sheep, completely cut off and barely acknowledged. I didn't fully understand the extent of her family's control, but I knew family meant everything to my wife. Her entire upbringing centered around family loyalty above all else. So I tried everything in my power to make it work with them, bending over backward to gain their acceptance. They barely tolerated me until our son was born.
Oh.
Dang. I mean, like, they only care about the grandson?
I mean, at least they care about you now.
Yeah, at least you
There's a
got
reason
somewhere.
to, but it's like you have to earn your keep in the
Your
most
keep
of
is
like
having a
permanent
child.
ways.
Yeah, you've secured your line. And so now it's okay. Between our wedding planning and shortly before the ceremony, I became the target of relentless, vicious cyberbullying.
Oh my gosh.
OP's a 30-year-old. Oh, well, actually, no, that would have been at 25. They're bullying a 25-year-old? That's so weird. I mean, don't bully anyone.
Yeah, especially when you get older.
Don't bully anyone, but like those are adults. Bullying an adult, that's weird. You
I
know?
feel like if you start out as a bully, you never kind of outgrow that. You just find different avenues
yeah,
and
this
different
whole
people
family,
to do it.
Yeah, this whole family seems
I
like
wonder
bullies.
if it's less of a they accepted OP after the kid was born, or is it, man, we can't get rid of him now.
Yeah. It was deeply personal and coordinated. Fake negative reviews flooded my business profile, costing me potential clients and threatening my livelihood.
What?
I had no idea where it was coming from or why someone would target me so systematically. Every time I reported accounts, it would take forever for anything to be done, and then a new account would pop up for another round of attacks.
Oh my gosh.
This is, I mean, like, how do you even sue these people? Like, you don't know who it is.
I was about to say, can you arrest someone for making fake accounts like this? Is that possible?
I mean, you could potentially sue for
Yeah.
like libel. However,
Libel,
OP doesn't know who
defamation,
these
lost
people are.
wages.
Yeah.
False. No, I don't know. False. That's biblical. False witness.
Yeah, but he would have to like find.
You could probably do it if you hired like a PI,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a lot of money and effort.
The whole nightmare impacted every aspect of my life and destroyed my mental health. My wife was incredibly supportive throughout this ordeal. She became my rock, my anchor in the storm. She held me when I broke down, encouraged me when I wanted to give up, and reminded me of my worth when the attacks made me question everything about myself. I loved her even more for how she stood by me during the darkest period of my life. Then, as suddenly as it began, the trolling stopped.
Aw.
I wanted nothing more than to move on and put it all behind me. For years, I thought I had. Until the other day when my wife confessed that her family was behind the entire Pesterment campaign.
What? Wait, time out. So you knew, how long did you know? That's my
what I'm
first
wondering.
question.
And why did you let it go on?
Because if she knew while they were doing it, why did you let it go on?
Yeah.
If she just found out, why have we not cut off your entire family?
Yes.
I didn't believe her at first. It seemed too cruel, too calculated. But she was serious and showed me proof in their family group chat.
Oh, this has gone to group chat level. Oh. So it's
If they're okay posting it on the group chat, then she knew.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta.
And it's like, why did you wait until now? What makes this the opportune time? And like, what did you do to did she make them stop finally, or did they just like, okay, I'm bored?
But she was serious and showed me proof. Reading those messages felt like being transported right back to that dark time. They were gloating about their success, justifying their actions with comments like, Some people gotta learn the hard way. Gotta learn what? And if he wants to join the fold, here's his initiation. So they're hazing you.
Yeah, it's like, is this a frat?
Her family frat hazed you.
Who do you know here?
That's crazy. I knew I wasn't their favorite person, but I never realized they hated me enough to orchestrate such a systematic campaign of destruction. The casual cruelty in their messages was breathtaking. I asked my wife when she found out and whether she participated. She swore she wasn't involved and would never do that to me. According to her, she didn't initially know her family was behind it until a few months before our wedding, when one of my sisters-in-law, 28 female, accidentally left a fake profile open on her phone. My wife saw it, confronted the family, and made them stop.
Oh, what?
I don't know if I would care. I'd be like, yeah, you made them stop, but they're still in our lives.
At this point, now that you're admitting to it, and now that you know, there has to be a barrier of like, if you have to stop the same interaction that you would have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because now you know, like, okay, you don't just actively dislike my partner.
Him.
You despise them and are willing to ruin our entire livelihood. Because like,
his finances affect her.
yeah, they are a unit now, and if he's not doing well financially, she's not doing well financially, plus whatever kids they have.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you're collateral, but we don't care. It's part of the hazing.
Mm-hmm. But here's what broke me. I asked why she was telling me now, years later. So it's been 5 years. 5 years since that. Because they're 30 and they got married when they were 25.
Oh my gosh. And 2 years will be finally divorced.
Yep. She said the secret had been weighing on her, so she confided in her eldest sister, 35 female, one of the family's black sheep. The sister threatened to tell me the truth if my wife didn't come clean herself.
Oh,
Let's
so
go.
She was just never going to tell.
Yeah, she was never going to tell OP.
Take this secret to her grave. Why don't she?
If you're a black sheep in this family, it's good.
It's like, oh, you're normal. Cool. You're not a psychopath.
The fact that OP is not a black sheep says a lot about her.
And then I glanced into the sister's eyes and kind of saw something I've never seen before.
Yeah, go get her sister.
It's like a Hallmark romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Halloween edition because of like
he was a busy
harassment.
businessman and
she was the black sheep.
She was the black sheep of her family. He was set to marry her sister.
But she decided she'd had enough.
So that's great. Someone write that. So she didn't tell me out of guilt or love or respect for our marriage. She told me because she was backed into a corner. She was blackmailed.
My question is at this point, like, if it was someone else that they were doing this to, would the sister have joined in?
I feel like she would have.
Like,
I
if
feel
it
like
was
she
black
would have.
sheep sister's spouse, would she have been part of this?
Nothing my wife said made any of this better. She had known for years what her family did to me and chose to hide it. She watched me suffer, held me while I cried about the pestilence, and never once considered that I deserved to know the truth. It hurts more coming from her because she witnessed my pain firsthand and still chose to protect them over me. I went numb. My wife grew anxious and kept pushing for me to respond, to say something, anything. Finally, I told her there wasn't anything she could say right now that would make this okay. What she did was no better than her family's actions. They made my life heck, and her first instinct was to cover for them, just like she'd been trained to do her entire life. She started crying and begged me to understand. She insisted it wasn't like that, claiming she was trying to make things right with as little damage as possible while mending relationships. But whose relationships was she protecting? Certainly not ours. I told her I needed space to process everything. She fought me on this, insisting we could work through this together, but I held firm. I needed time to think without her trying to manage my emotions or steer my reactions.
Yeah, that's really smart, because, I don't know, I feel like if you do try to process with someone that has been manipulating you in some way, shape, or form,
she's going to keep doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you don't know when she's being genuine at that point and when she's actually like trying to continue the manipulation, try to save herself and everybody else. Like, you can't always stay on the fence.
Also, how would you even like continue in this relationship if she has a relationship with her family? Just like, not even from the betrayal of her having that relationship with family and not cutting them off, but just like, are you expected to go to family events with these people?
What's your Thanksgiving looking like?
You know, like, or would you never go? Because I would feel like it's totally reasonable for you to never see them again. But, you know, is she going to be able to, how is she going to navigate that? Are they going to start harassing you more because you're not coming to anything?
I'm wondering if there's an aspect of like just cultural or familial pressure in this.
Yeah.
That like you have to stick with the family no matter what, everyone else is an outsider. Even if like they're by marriage, they're not by blood. I wonder if there's an aspect of that playing into wife's psyche here.
Could be. Space isn't a request, she's respected. She keeps trying to force conversations, to push past my boundaries the same way her family taught her to do. I'm really trying to understand her perspective and move past this betrayal, but I feel completely shattered. I trusted her more than anyone in my life. I was most vulnerable with her, sharing my deepest fears and insecurities, even after she knew the truth about who was tormenting me. I continued opening up to her about the lasting impact of that pesterment. Looking back, I realized she encouraged me to let it go and not allow it to have any claim on me. At this time, I thought she had my best interests at heart. Now, I see it as another attempt to protect her family by minimizing the damage they caused. I hadn't confronted anyone from her family directly. Honestly, I don't think they're worth my energy, but I've made it clear they're no longer allowed to see our son until further notice. Now I'm getting texts about how I'm depriving my child of grandparents and aunts over past family spats. Past family spats? That's what they're calling a coordinated pesterment campaign that nearly destroyed my business and my mental health. I would go to the wife and be like, hey, like, let's talk about this. I want to, show me the proof and stuff. Show me all of this. Download it all. Sue them.
Yeah.
Sue them. Because now you have proof.
Yeah. You've lost.
Sue them.
You lost business for it. Potentially ruined your business and your
And
mental health and
damages,
anguish.
yeah.
I struggle to see how the family doesn't see how OP knowing is causing them distress and causes them to distrust him. It's like, it was just a prank, bro. No, because like this ruins people's lives.
Yeah.
You
they
never
tried
know
to
how
ruin his
stable
life.
or unstable a person is.
One of the most difficult aspects of this whole situation is the distance from my wife. She's been my best friend and partner in every way for 7 years. Now we're mostly communicating only about our son and household necessities, like roommates managing logistics rather than lovers sharing a life. She's hurt by what she sees as my rejection, and she's been crying often. I don't get over it. This is your fault. Part of me wonders if I'm being unfair to her, but then I remember that she had years to tell me the truth and chose not to. She chose them over me, over us, over our marriage. I hate all of this. I want to make our marriage work, but I'm questioning everything about our relationship now. How many other times has she chosen her family's comfort over my well-being? What else has she hidden to keep the peace with people who actively try to destroy me? I'm lost and need an outside perspective. How do I navigate this situation and move forward for my marriage, for myself, and for our son? Is it possible to rebuild trust after such a fundamental betrayal? Can a marriage survive when you discover your partner will sacrifice your well-being to protect people who hate you? And how do I co-parent with someone whose family considers psychological warfare an acceptable initiation? I love my wife, but I don't know if love is enough to overcome the fact that when push came to shove, she chose her family's secrets over our marriage's foundation of trust and honesty. I'm really lost right now and could use any advice on how to move forward. And there are some comments. Do you have any thoughts, though, before we get into those?
I think it's possible to repair the trust.
Really?
Especially
After 5 years of this?
Okay, it's gonna be a long shot.
Okay.
It's gonna be a long shot.
What's
It
the
is
play?
possible. But wife's gotta do work.
Yeah.
The wifey's gotta do the work. She has to cut off contact from like all this entire family.
Massive amounts of therapy.
Receipts, and help process possibly the lawsuit idea. Consistently prove that OP is more important than the family now, and like put the work in.
Okay.
It's possible, but it's extraordinarily unlikely that wifey's gonna want to do it, or
And
if she tries, that she'll
therefore,
go through with it.
Divorce.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
I think she needs to cut off her family and then also divorce OP, because if she is now on the path of, okay, I'm going to try and prove myself and gain back your trust, she's going from doing that with her family and, slandering you to, now worshiping you and now trying to earn that all back just for you. And that's not healthy either, unless it has to be very amicable
Yeah.
couples counseling, that kind of way. I just don't see it really working out because now she's trying to prove to you that she's a good guy, you know?
I mean, in the long run, there's going to be issues if they do decide they want to try to save it. There is a possibility. It's like a 1 in a million shot. But
Yeah.
if they really, really wanted to, they could. It's going to be tough. I do think
Yeah.
that the best option for them is divorce,
I agree.
because I don't think that wife is going to want to do the work.
Yeah,
I don't
if she
think
hasn't
wife's
done
going
it in 5 years
Right.
and didn't even tell him.
Mhm.
I feel like she's not going to want.
She's
to
not going to be want to cut off from her family. So the option is there. Will she take it? Highly unlikely.
I feel like divorce, sue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gino Flowers says, I think what is bothering me most is that your wife is still not getting it. She doesn't understand how vile her family is. And if they did it once, they could do it again. They took your money, your peace of mind, your confidence. Even though she stopped it, she never told you, leaving you to wonder why and who. And past family spats? It's not like this was a little tiff and they apologized and you won't let it go. I'd suggest therapy for you both, and I don't even know how. At the very least, you'll learn how to co-parent together if you can't save the marriage. Yeah, I think that's why, regardless of what you do, therapy is important, because I forgot they have a son.
Yeah.
So, like, therapy, yes, absolutely.
Therapy and counseling.
Maybe a therapist can get her to see how huge this is. OP says, I don't know. It's like my wife's not getting where I'm coming from or just doesn't want to go there. Her family never even apologized. They're making it out like I'm holding grudges. Biz Ju says, also realize she didn't tell you because she wanted to. She only told you because someone else threatened to tell you. And she wanted to control exactly what was said. If I were you, I'd want to speak to the other person who knew, the black sheep. It's such a huge breach of trust. She aided her relatives in trying to destroy your livelihood and self-worth. I can't see any reason why you'd want to remain married to someone who clearly doesn't value you or really love you, and has demonstrated she loves and places her family above you. Madeline Nashton says, is she going to cut off her family now? OP says she hasn't said anything about that. She's been too flustered with me asking for some space. No solutions have been offered. My small self says I couldn't imagine trying to rebuild after that level of betrayal. Has anyone tried to make amends, take ownership of their actions? She can make excuses all she wants, but it doesn't sound like she's taking accountability. I don't know if I would even be open to continuing. I'd be having a heart-to-heart with my lawyer to see what custody arrangements would look like. OP says, there's been no apology of any kind.
What?
Or acknowledging what they did. Yeah, the family continues to say that OP's just holding a grudge.
Okay, this is cooked. This is done for.
Okay, there's no sympathy or
No.
not sympathy, but there's no accountability or regret
Yeah.
or anything. Yeah, no, okay. I rescind my previous offer.
That's from the family.
But still, it's like she's not apologized for
It's true.
her whatever part she had in it.
I mean, she's just denying that she had a part in it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, she did. She did. She kept it from OP. That's a part. They're making it out like I'm depriving them from my son over a minor dispute. And there is an update 7 days later.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you to everyone who reached out after my last post. I, 27 male, wasn't able to reply to everyone, but your support was deeply appreciated. It solidified my wake-up call and helped me realize I wasn't overthinking the situation. If anything, you were underthinking it.
Yeah, you've been taking it too lax, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to give you an update. Earlier this week, my wife, 30 female, and I were finally able to sit down and hash everything out. I'm glad I held firm on needing space because even though the situation still feels like a massive betrayal, I was in a much better position to have a productive conversation. My wife thought I was preparing to call it quits on our marriage, but I told her we were at a crossroads and needed to talk things through.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
you can't, if you got a kid, you've
You
been
got
together
a
for years.
kid, but you better do everything that Matt said, or else.
And then some.
And then some. Yeah.
Back rubs every night after
Every
work.
night.
Yeah.
Working at the cash register.
I'm allowed to cry in your lap about your parents bullying me,
Yeah.
cyberbullying me.
I get to
every
hold the
day.
remote every night when we watch TV.
Yeah, steak and blow every Tuesday.
Oh,
Sam's quote. This comes right from Sam.
well, I didn't need to hear it.
I'm not saying.
Rejected.
Big brain play though
Yeah.
here. So clearly the family wanted to ruin OP's business so
Yeah.
that wife would see, oh, he's a failure, then leave him because
Mhm.
there's no reason to stay if he's like got no money and can't take care of their kid.
Of course.
Just spite. Pure spite response. Just stay with her. Just as your own
You tried
bitter
to
revenge.
get me out. She apologized for what her family did and for her role in covering it up. She admitted she never intended to hurt me. She had convinced herself she was protecting me from more pain. But she realizes now that she was largely protecting herself. She was brutally honest about her motivations. She was terrified that telling me the truth wouldn't just end our wedding, but that I'd end our entire relationship. I also just want to go back and say that OP said that they didn't really treat him well until around their baby / relationship.
Yeah, until
their
the
wedding.
baby came, right?
Yeah.
But when did the baby come?
The baby
Was
came.
that around the wedding?
Well, they just treated him horribly, and then they stopped trolling him. I don't know when the baby came, but
I'm just wondering if that was around the same time.
here, let's
Like,
ask Dingus.
How old is the son, I guess?
When did the parents stop treating OP horribly?
No, I know when they did. I'm just asking how old the son is. Because they stopped treating him horribly around the son. But I'm just wondering if those are around the same time.
The in-laws stopped treating him horribly after his son was born. When was the son born? Dingus bot. The son in the story was born 2 years ago.
Okay, so never mind. I was going to say, maybe they stopped because she told him off. But no, separate. So they didn't even stop treating him badly.
They stopped the targeted harassment of the business.
Yeah.
But they still treated OP terribly.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy to me. Because after she finds out that they've been harassing him online and tells them to put a stop to it, she doesn't stop the in-person harassment. That's crazy. That goes on for 3 more years?
It's part of the ritual, the initiation.
Wild.
Gotta do the time.
She'd already lost our relationship and friendships because of her family's behavior, and she couldn't bear the thought of losing me. Over the years since our wedding, she wanted to tell me the truth multiple times, but kept talking herself out of it. As time passed, the cover-up grew bigger and more complex, making confession feel impossible. The longer she waited, the harder it became to find the words. I told her I didn't agree with her choices and wished she'd had more faith in me and our relationship. I meant it. I wouldn't have just abandoned her if she'd been honest from the start. We could have faced this together instead of carrying this burden alone while I remained in the dark.
Carrying this burden? What is that verbiage? Because it's not a burden. You chose to actively not tell OP.
Yeah,
I
feel
don't
like
think-
the burden of the lie, but it's like...
I think OP's giving her too much credit here.
I agree. I feel like he's like, you should have trusted me. Like, as if she didn't actively hide this horrible secret.
Yeah.
She was complicit in this horrible secret. And again, she didn't do anything to stop them harassing you in person. So, like, I would have been like, yeah, you didn't know about this, but you knew that they were treating me terribly in person and you did
And
nothing.
the thing is that according to the update, this isn't the first time that Wifey's family has ruined a relationship.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
you know?
and she can't stand up to them. She asked where we go from here, and I promised that no matter what happened, there would be no more secrets between us. I told her I wanted to work on our marriage, but fundamental changes were necessary. We couldn't survive with her toxic family's influence hanging over us, and I refused to expose our son to this manipulation and cruelty. When she asked what I needed from her, I laid it out clearly. I've never been one for ultimatums, and I don't really consider this one, but I was adamant. Any path forward for us would require radical boundaries with her family. I cut them off.
Yeah.
Literally
there's no
cut them
family.
off. The boundary is that you never see them.
Mm-hmm.
She was honest that the thought of such a dramatic break from her family was terrifying, but ultimately said, if it's between them and us, between them and our son, then I choose us. Her agreement was huge for me because I genuinely didn't know which way she'd go if forced to choose. I never wanted to put her in that position, but after everything her family did, I felt there was no other option. What gave me real hope that she was serious was what happened next. Without me asking, she sent a text to their family group chat telling them to stop blowing up my phone and stating that the decision to cut off their access to our son was joint and that she fully supported it. I didn't expect that level of public support from her, and it meant everything.
Oh,
Why
wow.
did it take her so long to do that?
I wonder if she discussed this with them previously. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do this,
Yeah.
but
And it's gonna be a
now
big
everything
thing.
she does has
don't
to be
trust it.
like, okay, what's the grand conspiracy here? What is she
Yeah.
telling them?
Yeah,
on
what
the
else is she
outside
lying about?
in the group chat?
And also, how did these other people have this kind of hold and power over OP? What were they saying and doing?
The family members?
Yeah.
They were messing with his business.
I know that, but like, what were they doing? Not over OP. Sorry, OP's wife.
Just their
just
family.
their family.
It's just a family thing, I think.
Okay.
I think it was just pressure from
The
family to...
Well, are they going to keep doing that? Is she going to...
Well, I think this is the pivotal
This
moment.
is the ultimate.
This is her
to the
being
family.
like-
I know, but I
This is-
just don't think it's going to stick.
Oh,
is
absolutely
what I'm trying to say.
not.
I agree.
No. She's gonna crawl back to them. It might take 6 months, it might take 3 years, but she is eventually gonna break and go back to her family.
I hope not, but it does seem likely. Of course, they didn't take it well. Now she's been labeled disrespectful and ungrateful. They're claiming that the black sheep eldest sister, 35 female, and I are poisoning her against them. One particularly telling message read, "What kind of man takes a woman away from her family over a spat? This isn't a spat. And I have nothing to prove about my manhood. They orchestrated a systematic campaign designed to destroy my livelihood and mental health. Their actions are genuinely chilling when I think about it. These are the same people who looked me in the eye with straight faces while actively sabotaging my life behind the scenes. This is about protecting my family, period. My wife has gone low contact with them, which is a major
As opposed to
step.
no contact.
I literally think she needs to go no contact. I don't think low contact is enough.
Low contact's just gonna open up the floodgates even more.
Her family operates with this twisted mindset that romantic partners and friends are temporary, while family is permanent and deserves absolute loyalty regardless of their behavior. But
But
What?
the mom and dad are married and
Is this
not
just
blood.
something-
Unless they're a little Targaryen going on there.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
You know, I mean, Lannisters send their regards as well.
They can't seem to grasp that my wife, our son, and I are the core family now. Their extended family and their involvement with our son is a privilege, not a right. A privilege they've thoroughly mistreated. I still don't fully understand their exact issue with me. They only tolerated my presence because of our son. When I first met them, one of my wife's siblings, 28 female, bluntly said they thought my wife was settling for me because of age and that she could do better. They're an incredibly insular group where if one member rejects you, you're permanently shut up by the rest. Once their minds were made up about me, nothing I did mattered. I've long since stopped trying to decode their reasoning. It's a rabbit hole that leads nowhere productive. We're planning to relocate to create healthier distance, cement our boundaries, and get a fresh start. We're also starting therapy soon, which we've been discussing for a while now. Moving away will be beneficial for us. Interestingly, it was actually my eldest sister-in-law, the family black sheep, who first suggested this during our wedding planning. She knew 5 years ago that you needed to get away. She encouraged my wife to create our own space away from the family's suffocating influence. I know my wife is so much more than her family's dysfunction. I've witnessed it firsthand. She absolutely shines when she's away from their toxic influence. That's what I meant in my original post when I said she was the most loving, unselfish, and decent person I'd ever met. Her family's manipulation doesn't define who she really is. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know how things will ultimately turn out. I'm still hurt, still processing feelings of betrayal, and my wife is facing her own challenges with establishing low contact with her family. But I want to be hopeful. I don't want to close the door on us. By the way, you should never close the door on listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There is a little bit left to this story. Do you have any final thoughts?
CULT, get away from that family tree.
Yeah. Just the fact that it's anyone who disagrees with them just becomes the black sheep.
Yeah.
I really think that any contact at all with this family is too much.
Yeah.
He should have demanded, like, when you're going to cut off contact, it's no contact, not low contact.
Yeah.
Because she's struggling now.
Yeah.
She's behind OP's back. Unless he's, like, actively watching her phone 24/7. She's absolutely texting them.
Well, they're absolutely texting her.
If she's responding, she might just be deleting her responses
Mm-hmm.
and stuff just to hide it. But she's clearly not able to get away from their influence as long as they have even the smallest inlet into her life. The distance is a good start, but if they can still reach you through a family group chat or texting, you're not out of the woods.
It's like when Cora has that like Mercury in her. And then for like 3 years, she's like, why am I feeling so, I'm like, not healing. And then finally she gets all of it out of her. You need to get all of that mercury.
Need detox.
But there is a little bit left. I'm hoping we can heal together, build something stronger from this painful foundation of truth, and create the kind of family environment for our son that neither of us had growing up. Thank you again to everyone for the overwhelming support. After years of feeling isolated by my in-laws' hostility, discovering that most people find their behavior as unacceptable as I do means more than you know. Your perspectives helped me trust my instincts and gave me courage to demand the changes our marriage needed. We have a long road ahead, but for the first time in years, I feel like we're walking it together instead of her walking alongside her family while I struggle to keep up. And Cursed Cactus says, her family crossed an unforgivable line. Cut them out of your life completely. You must forge your own path, and toxic people have no place in it. Wish you the best of luck. And another comment says, this family is acting like a cult. I mean it. Their whole attitude of family over everything, keeping outsiders away, punishing members for daring to step out of line, and banishing them from the family. Your wife had to go through years of brainwashing. I would believe her when she says she was afraid to go against her family. Not to make any excuses for her, because not telling you the truth was wrong, but that she's now willing to set boundaries with her family is huge. She has years and years of therapy ahead of her to fix what these people broke, and I'm wishing both of you the best of luck.
Oh my
And that is
gosh.
the end of that story. Man, oh man.
This woman, there's so much she has to do. I don't know if she's going to have the willpower to do it because,
I hope
the
so.
sister blackmailed her to talk to the husband, and now she's, like, doing this marriage because it's what the husband wants. I have no glimpse of what this woman actually wants.
Yeah.
My wonder and worry is, like, what were they going to do with this poor child?
Yeah.
How far down were they going to try to brainwash this kid against their dad?
Oh, they absolutely, like, any time the kid came over, would have been brainwashed. Your dad sucks. Your dad's weak. Your dad's not a man.
Brainwash. What kind of brainwashing would they do?
I just said it.
Well, I know, but, like, what cartoons are they showing them? Like, today we're going to show you a cartoon about...
Or it's like, I'll give you a cookie if you call your dad an idiot.
Yeah. We're going to watch
goes
how
back home.
parents are the worst things ever, especially dads.
But I'm hoping it works out. I'm hoping that she follows through with all of that. Good luck.
OP gave her so much grace, and it's literally on her now.
Yeah, it's on her.
It's on her to break contact, repair the damage, make sure the therapy's working. Like, OP already made a huge gesture of goodwill and faith by saying, okay, we'll work through it together.
A lot more than she deserves, but it's very kind. And like huge deal that he gave that second chance.
Yep.
Otherwise, divorce is the right course.
But that's the end of that story. We've got another one coming right up.
I want my sister-in-law out of my house.
She's not paying the rent.
I, 25 female, have been with my boyfriend, 27 male, for 3 years. He moved in with me last year. Everything was going great until last Christmas, when his parents announced they were selling the family home and downsizing, but they wanted to go on one of those 6-month-long cruises around the world. Fine, whatever. They can do whatever they want. By the way, this comes from Dramatic Sandwich 17. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So OP says, except they have a younger daughter, Emma, who's 18. Completely unbeknownst to me, my boyfriend had agreed to let Emma live with us until she moved away to university. This led to a lot of fights between me and my boyfriend because I didn't want Emma living with us. Despite all this, she moved in after the house sold in February. It has been heck. Number one, I would like to know why you're not about this. I mean, I get some siblings can't
Some people just
live
want their
together.
space, you know?
Keon, how is it living with your sibling?
Ask Dakota.
No, I'm asking you.
I love her, but I could live without her.
Okay. What do you live with any siblings?
Oh, my siblings are gone.
What, like,
It was all right. It'd be like
what do you mean gone?
my brother moved out, and then my sister had her kid, and then she moved out.
Oh, got it. I thought
Gone.
Sorry.
Oh, no.
just the way you said that. Yeah.
No,
living with
not
siblings
that
is tough.
morbid. No.
I would like to know a little context between their relationship. I don't.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I can't do it. I don't know.
Some people just like their private space, you know?
Sure, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's not OP's sibling, so
Yeah.
they don't have that kind of bond or that familiarity.
Yeah, and the age gap is Emma's 18 and OP's like 29, I think. 27. She's 27.
27. Boyfriend's 27.
That's a 10-year gap.
Yeah.
That's like you're in very different stages of your life.
For starters, our house might have 3 bedrooms, but only one was used as a bedroom. One is my home office, and the other was a gym for me and my boyfriend. Emma turned the gym into her room. I don't like the way she's put that. And now a lot of our equipment is in storage. I hate having Emma here, as she's a total brat and doesn't contribute to anything to the house. Okay, there we go.
She ain't paying the mortgage.
The second Emma turned 18, she was out with friends, coming back wasted at 3 a.m. and waking up my dogs as she clattered into the house, normally with an equally wasted friend. For the first month of her living with us, she would steal my stuff constantly. Skincare, hair care, perfume, clothes, anything. I now have a lockable box for toiletries, so she can't get to them.
She'll find a way. If she wants those toiletries, she will absolutely break that box.
She has lost 6 different sets of house keys since moving in, and I've had to have the lock changed twice due to various issues. She refuses to do anything I ask her to do because she's busy. She doesn't have a job, so how is she busy? She also refuses to eat anything I cook and will demand we order takeout instead. I have asked her repeatedly for meal ideas, and even if I make that exact meal, she refuses to eat it, claiming it didn't taste right. There's something missing here. Do you see it?
I'm just shocked at like everything that this is going. Like OP doesn't want to live with sister, was not consulted, and sister's going out getting trashed and wasted, stealing stuff. Like, okay, I think the thing that's missing is, where is OP's husband and the older brother in all of this?
Yeah, or OP's boyfriend, yeah.
Boyfriend, yeah. Where is said boyfriend in all of this, controlling said sister?
Because the boyfriend's like, oh, your sister can move in. Why not?
It's
Weird. Keon, do you see what's missing here?
It's very odd because the sister is just all about her.
Well, she's a total brat. That's always been the case.
But there's what's missing is communication.
Thank you. There it is. Communication. There is not once have I ever seen we talked. She probably, the only thing she's probably ever done was throw meal ideas around her. Like, hey, if you don't like what I'm cooking, you can tell me what you want to eat and I'll make it for you. That's probably the only thing she's done.
also losing 6 house keys.
Yeah.
That's a safety issue right there. Like, if someone knows that you live there and they want to get in the house and they just steal a key from sister, you're in, baby.
Change them locks.
Yikes. And they changed them twice.
6 keys, 2 locks. That's not
Too many.
safe.
That's literally one too many.
Oh, you lost your keys? You can't come back in
Yeah.
till you find them. The breaking point came last weekend when my boyfriend, the dogs, and I went away for the weekend. I was reluctant to leave Emma in the house by herself, but my boyfriend said it would be a great way for her to gain some independence before going back to university.
No.
You say the joke, just don't let the house burn down.
Oh my.
And that's literally, she's going to take that and be like,
It's a challenge.
yeah, I didn't burn down the house.
I didn't burn down the house. The other person did. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Big mistake. We came back on Sunday evening to a trashed house and a hungover Emma sleep in her room. I had to get a professional cleaner in on Monday to tackle the worst of the mess after I spent half the night cleaning. I'm done. I want her out of the house. I thought I could deal with this until she moved away in September, but I can't, especially now that she's talking about putting her place on hold for a year so she can go traveling and use our house as a base.
Ooh.
No, you can't do what the parents are doing. Come on. Also, Amy Dean, is boyfriend stupid? Party? Yeah. I would like to talk to the boyfriend here. Why is he super nice guy and not actually seeing what's going on?
I would be very mad at her, but at the end of the day, boyfriend was like, nah, like this will be fine, right? I would just turn to him and be like,
You're cleaning this up.
so
Boyfriend has confrontation and boundary issues.
Ugh,
Boyfriend just doesn't want to have a fight about it
I guess.
and doesn't want to be the bad guy.
No, I want her gone, out, and as soon as possible. True, she has nowhere else to go, as her parents aren't back from their cruise until the end of August. But I don't care. I want her gone. I've talked to my boyfriend about this, and he won't budge because Emma is family, and he can't punt her out. So would I be the a-hole if I punt her out? Okay, I think I'm a little unclear here. Emma is the boyfriend's sister or OP's sister? You can go to Dingaspot and hit the voice.
Oh, it's working now.
It's the boyfriend's sister.
Oh, okay.
It
Okay.
is the
Yeah,
boyfriend's-
so that's,
yeah.
that's why.
Okay, yeah. So this is boyfriend's issue.
It'd be very weird if it was OP's sister.
I don't know why I thought that.
I mean, if it was, then there's a whole nother issue that we have to investigate there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that is.
we don't have that right now.
That's weird. So if this girl, your boyfriend's sister's causing all this trouble, so that must mean that the boyfriend gets to clean up after all this and gets to clean up the mess, right?
Yeah, your sister,
Supposed to be.
her mess, your problem.
I mean, do we really think the boyfriend's doing anything except sitting around all day
Dude,
in this situation?
I'm breaking up.
The fact that OP had to pay to get the place cleaned and sister's not paying rent, not helping for food, not contributing to chores, literally doing nothing, not even in school yet.
Yeah.
She's not even in school yet. She just turned 18, waiting to leave for school, and she's doing this.
This is crazy, dude.
This is worse than like a lot of the people I knew who like partied every night and did frats. Like I partied a bit in college, but like we always talked about it. We always cleaned up after it. We took care of it ourselves. Like,
Well, you're a pretty responsible guy.
yeah, that's true. But like,
And your parents raised you well.
I mean, if this is how
These parents said, "Oh, we're going on a cruise to our house. Good luck finding somewhere to live."
if this is how sis is behaving before she's even in college, oh, this is a bad sign.
Yeah.
Personally, if this is what happened to me, if this is what, with my parents, if they saw this, they wouldn't clean it up. You're like, you're cleaning this up.
Yeah.
That's that. Or you're out. But in this case, cleaning this up and then get out.
Forgot to mention that it's my house. I own it outright with no mortgage, and my boyfriend is not on any official documents. The
Gotcha.
only thing in his name is our Sky TV payments. Everything else is in my name, as I live here before he moved in. He does pay half towards bills, but he just sends the money to me each month. I'm going to try and talk to Emma and my boyfriend's parents. I sent them a text message asking them to call me as soon as possible. I'm also reaching out to Emma and my boyfriend's older sister to see if she will take Emma in for a while. I doubt she will, as they don't get along and she has a 2-year-old, but it's worth a shot.
Those parents are not picking up. They're on a cruise.
Yeah.
They pieced out. They don't want to deal with sister anymore. That's your problem now.
Well, she's 18. She can.
Yeah, she's her own problem now. And then
Yeah.
brother decided, oh no, she's our problem now.
Edit 2. I'm such a gosh darn idiot. Firstly, thanks to all the comments, I've realized that my boyfriend is not the person I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh. Secondly, I managed to have a video call with my boyfriend's parents, and
Oh.
wow, just wow. First of all, they have been sending Emma 700 pounds a month to cover her living with us, and I haven't seen a penny of it.
So she was supposed to be paying rent.
At least a little bit.
That's where the alcohol money's coming from.
Their mom mentioned that I could take the cleaner fee out of Emma's money, and I asked what money she meant because Emma doesn't have a job. She laughed and said, "Oh, ha ha ha, this 700 pounds we send Emma each month to cover all her expenses while she lives with you." They've been sending Emma money, and she was supposed to be giving this money to us to cover everything. Either Emma has been keeping it or she's given it to my boyfriend, and he hasn't said a word. I don't even think the boyfriend knows about this. Unless he does. Oh, gosh.
Maybe
He
might. No,
maybe.
I don't think he does. But if he does, he sees sister as like a meal ticket and he's taking the money. Or maybe they're splitting it.
Oh, gosh.
They might be splitting the money.
Surprisingly, her parents are furious that I haven't seen any of this money. And they are sending me a bank transfer of 4,200 pounds to cover the money Emma should have been giving us since February.
Good on the parents.
How much is that in dollars?
I can look it up.
I'm going to say 6,000. I don't know what euros. Sorry, I was thinking of euros to pounds. It's probably, I would say 6,000.
Yeah, it's around 5,000. 600. Right now.
Okay.
Okay, so
600.
about 6,000.
Okay.
Roughly.
They are sending it to my personal account. Then I can do with it what I see fit. I was brutally honest on the call and said that I can't have Emma staying here with us any longer. Yes, she might leave in September, but what if she doesn't get the results she needs for university and has to defer? Or if she takes a gap year? I'm not putting up with this for another year. Their mom is going to talk to her sister, see if Emma can stay there until they get back at the end of August. For those wondering, yes, they have a house all lined up for when they return. They will not be living with us when they get back. I'm going to have a serious talk with my boyfriend this evening. And now I'm rethinking our whole relationship. If he tries to fight over Emma staying, then it's over. A lot of the comments in this post have made me realize that I have been a doormat to this man since Emma moved in. Also, that I should have been charging him rent, and I'm not standing for it anymore. So, wish me luck, people of Reddit. Wish me luck. And we have some comments. Okay, so about the house. It's my house. I inherited it from my grandparents when they passed away a few years ago, so it's mine outright. My boyfriend contributes half towards the bill and stuff, but I haven't got around to putting him on any official documents yet. I doubt I'll bother now. I would not put anyone on official documents until we got a ring involved.
Even then,
So?
it's
If you're married,
it's OP's house though. It's
Yeah.
from the grandparents. Putting him on the title or any deeds to the property complicates it because then like he didn't help buy the house.
yeah.
If you break up, then he is entitled to half of that house, which he did nothing for. In this instance, if you're buying the house together,
I'm just saying if they ever were talking about papers.
But
marriage.
if they are buying the house together, fine, put your name on it. But even if they get married, if it's OP's house
yeah,
that they got from family, don't put his name on it.
yeah, just make it
don't.
crazier.
That's gonna set you up for trouble later.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if it was me and like someone else and I was marrying someone else, they had a house. Like it's not my house, it's your house.
Got it.
I'm living there, we're married, but this is yours.
Yeah.
If you want to put me in the will eventually, fine, but I'm not pressuring you to put me on your title for this house because I did nothing to earn it.
He was furious when he came home last weekend, but also chalked it up to Emma just being a teenager and having fun. I'm swiftly realizing he's not the person I want to be spending the rest of my life with. Commenter info, who pays for all her stuff? The locks, the cleaners, the takeouts. Why do you clean up whole night? And what did your boyfriend and the culprit do? Were there any other consequences for her? What does your boyfriend say about the situation? Opie says, my boyfriend paid for the locks to be changed as I refused. I paid for the cleaner, and I assume my boyfriend pays for her food as I don't. Commenter, I'm laughing only because I don't understand how you dealt with this for so long. Not the a-hole. Respectfully, you can't seriously want to be living with someone that's controlling what you want done in your home. What you say goes into discussion. Opie says, honestly, I don't know how I haven't gone crazy yet. I think I assumed it would get better since she's be gone by September. I also didn't think she'd be this much of a brat. And to a downvoted commenter, Opie says, at the same time, put yourself in Emma's place. Her parents took off for 6 months and left her. She's been abandoned by her own parents, apparently a little before she turned 18. That sucks, and she's likely acting out due to that. There is nothing like feeling unwanted by your own parents. The parents don't seem to want Emma, and she knows that. That's why she's talking about staying with you for the next year. I'd feel sympathy for her, but they have spoiled her for years. Believe me, they have never made that girl feel unwanted. And another commenter says, both can go, and why didn't he clean up himself and have him pay for the professional cleaning services? Smells of AI, not the a-hole. Opie says he was talking to Emma and watching the dogs while I was cleaning. He apparently asked Emma to apologize to me, but it fell on deaf ears as I still haven't had an apology for nearly over a week. I paid for the cleaner. He paid for the locks to be changed.
He should still pay for the cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your sister.
It's crazy. Again, just back to what I said with my parents. If I didn't clean it up, they would just get the trash and put it in my room. I'm not kidding.
I had a friend, anytime a roommate would leave dishes in the sink, he would get all the dishes and put them on his bed.
I used to, yeah.
He said he has to deal with this before he goes to sleep.
I did that in college with one of my roommates. I was like, all right, I'm not washing these. I put them in front of his room.
There was one time when I first moved in my apartment, there was a bowl. I was gone for a little bit because I was doing camp stuff, but there was a bowl that was in the sink, a blue bowl that was not cleaned. I came back weeks later. That bowl was still there in the same spot.
Ooh, with mold on it probably.
No, thankfully not, but I dumped it out and the worst smell of my life just wafted up. And it's like, no one's going to clean this. Good God. Okay, I'm going to clean it. And every second of it was pure torture for my nostrils.
Yeah.
Yikes. Lou, your mom did this to you?
I feel like for sis, though, it's like, you're a guest. Did their parents not teach you how to be respectful? Like,
No.
you have nowhere else to go.
Gosh, no.
Like, do you not realize that you got to be on your best behavior because people can kick you out? You don't live there.
You're a guest. there's a little comment about the party. So how much of a mess did she make? It sounds like she had a bunch of people over without telling you guys about it. It also wouldn't surprise me if the missing keys go to her friend, since she feels like brother's things are her things. Opie says she had some of her old school friends over and friends from her college course. I'm guessing roughly 30 to 35 teenagers. The mess was a lot. My kitchen and living room were full of empty bottles, cans, and snacks. All the rugs downstairs had to be clean. The staircase carpet had to be clean, and both bathrooms. Luckily, there was no permanent damage. Underage drinking. We're in the UK, so the legal drinking age is 18. Dog's okay. The dogs were with us. I never go away without them. We have an update. Can we get a poll real quick? Does OP break up or stay with the boyfriend?
Break up.
She's definitely gonna break up.
I say break up. She should if she didn't, because he's enabling. He has no spine. He does not care. OP's well. Imagine that man trying to parent.
Oh gosh.
Imagine that man trying to parent.
Oh,
those kids are gonna run roughshod over that. He's playing good cop. He's forcing OP to play bad cop. That never works. There's no united front between them. The man's cooked. Get rid of him.
Yeah.
This man is trash.
I agree.
Should have been thrown out with all the stuff in the party.
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna break up, Keon?
Oh, 100%. As long as he keeps doing the same pattern of letting the sister take control of him, he's not doing anything about the problem.
Yeah.
I see no reason why not to.
True. And we have 100%, 14, 15 votes, 16 votes of breakup.
It's counting.
And counting. Keep voting, guys. Next day, I sat down with both my boyfriend for this update, we're calling him Tom, and Emma last night, and lay down the law. I said that Emma needed to go, and I couldn't put up with her attitude and her disrespect any longer. For those wondering if Tom knew about the money, he did.
They were splitting. That's my prediction. They were splitting the cash.
Oh my gosh. He wasn't keeping it, but he knew about it. He thought it would be a great chance for Emma to learn about budgeting and responsibilities. Doesn't she have a great role model to look after?
Excuse me, sir, but are you stupid?
I said that the evidence has proved that she hasn't learned crap. And if you give an 18-year-old 700 pounds a month that she hasn't worked for, she's going to go nuts with it. If Tom thought that that would teach her any kind of responsibility, then he's dumber than I was for putting with either one of them. By the way, you can deal with us every weekday, every single minute of the day on your favorite podcast platform. Just go to OK Storytime on Apple, iHeartRadio, or Spotify. Press play, and we're literally here for 70 days straight. You can't get rid of us.
That is the opposite of doing something dumb with your life.
Any last predictions before we finish this?
I think brother flips out, tries to call the bluff, and then she breaks it off.
Okay.
I think OP just breaks up with him. There's no if this is what my boyfriend said, I'd be like, you are so dumb. I'm done with you. I'm done.
Yeah, I feel like Tom and sister are gonna find an apartment together.
Yeah, I think OP's gonna have a crash out and be like, "This is my house. Get out."
Yeah,
like literally get out.
Get out right now, please.
Right now,
get out. Emma tried to defend herself because saying that she thought living with me would be a chance to bond and how I could become another sister for her. And the tears are going down. I fired back with, if this is how she treats her sibling, then it's no wonder that her actual sister doesn't even like her.
Oh, that's a burn.
Mean, but fair. As far as my relationship goes, I think I'm done. I've told Tom that I need some space and to seriously think about this relationship, as this whole ordeal has shaken me. Emma is going to stay with her aunt, and Tom is too. Their aunt is driving over tomorrow to get Emma and her stuff. Tom is going with them and staying there for a week or so. When he's back, we'll have a proper sit down and talk through everything. My boy Keon, did they talk through everything? Could we see?
I'm gonna check.
I think that they broke up.
I hope they broke up.
Me too.
Dude, imagine having I would say about $800 a month. Imagine having $850 a month at 18.
Oh, that was like me when we had pandemic. I was getting, because I got laid off because you don't need an events reporter at a newspaper if there's no events to go to. So I got laid off. And then when my stimulus check, you know what I did with it?
What?
Stacks of comic books.
That a boy.
Although that did help me get my current job because I was reading a lot of DC. And so I knew DC. So eventually it got me hired at my current job because I was doing social media for DC Comics.
Okay. I got a small update. I'm just reading.
Oh!
It's very tiny. Okay.
Woo!
So, Opie says, "Hi everyone. I meant to post this on Monday, but I've been busy, so here it is now. Emma and my boyfriend, Tom, for this update, both left last week and went to stay with their aunt. Emma is staying there until her parents are back. Tom was staying there for a week to give me space. Tom came around Saturday evening so we could talk about a relationship and everything. Long story short, I broke up with him.
Good job.
Let's go." Reading all the comments have made me realize that I'd been walked all over by him and his sister for far too long. Enough was enough. He's been back and forth over the last few days to get his stuff, and I think he's staying at a friend's house while he looks for a place to rent. Obviously, I'm sad about the breakup because I did think I'd spend the rest of my life with Tom, but this whole situation has made me realize that I need to be selfish and put myself first for once in my life. That's not selfish. You're totally fine, OP.
Self-care is care.
Exactly. As for Emma, she's on a strict curfew and money will be sent to her aunt to cover for her expenses. Her aunt has said she's on a 3-strike policy, but to be honest, I don't care anymore. Emma's not my responsibility and never should have actually been one. The money Tom and his parents sent me has been used in 2 parts, covering all the expenses Emma racked up, like cleaning bill, etc., and a very nice spa trip for me. Some friends are coming with me, and we all can't wait. My parents are going to look over the dogs for us. I booked myself a full body massage and a champagne afternoon tea. So yeah, that's my update. I'm single and have my house back. Honestly, I couldn't be happier despite the breakup. Thanks for everyone who left comments and helped me find my backbone. Honestly,
This is a happy ending.
this is the best update you could have got, girl.
Good for you.
You got your house back. You got your gym home back. You got your office space.
You get to go on a spa trip with your buds, and your parents are watching the dogs.
Yes. You get to do butt workouts and Pilates, whatever girls in yoga in your house again. She's going to live her best life.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine flexing. I have my own house.
Yeah, you got your sanity back.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Guys, that's the end of that story. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.